So you might have noticed that I have a new yarmulke here. These are of the free variety. They come in black and white. The white are for people who are never wear yarmulkes. The black is for like you go to shul like 4 or 5 times a year. The white is for like I'm at a funeral of my uncle Jack, and he was Orthodox, and I got to wear one of these things. Or I have one of those cardboard ones from the kotel. But making the transition from one yarmulke type to another yarmulke type is enormous. No matter what you can say you don't want to be judgmental. You can say the yarmulke doesn't mean anything, but you know what? The yarmulke means everything. It's the one thing. It's like wearing your hashkafa on your sleeve, except it's on your head. This is not really a hashkafa. I cut my hair way too short, and this just kind of like it fits. It like just goes so well. It's awesome. You know, if you're a Lubavitcher, you got the Lubavitchers wear the cloth, the black cloth, and they wear blue velvet, red velvet, and brown velvet, and no other Frum sect wears those color velvets. Black velvet, of course, is known as the Frum yarmulke, and it's true. I see a guy in the street wearing a black velvet yarmulke, unless it's one of those little tiny ones tucked up front, like covering the bangs with the bobby pin. I assume he's a Frum guy. Yeshivish, maybe a little more modern yeshivish, but he has some sort of like knowledge of like Frumidom, so to speak. I see someone wearing one of these. If it's on a regular basis, I assume he's whack, and you know, kind of weird, I guess. Suede is kind of the neutral yarmulke. Suede is like I'm straddling, party lines. I'm not left wing. I'm not right wing. I'm kind of moderate. I'm maybe YU, maybe Young Israel, because we've moved. The Young Israel movement has moved to the right. They started hiring black velvet yarmulke types to lead their pulpits. You want to go with the big Haredi yarmulkes, you can do the 8. There's the 6-piece velvet. There's the 4-piece velvet. Have you ever seen the 4-piece velvet? It's like 4 pieces of a pie. I don't know why the 6-piece is frummer than the 4-piece. I think maybe because there's like it's extra insulation, and if your head is more likely to be shaved with the payas, you need more protection from the UV rays and from the wind squalls and from whiteout conditions on the road. You can walk into a blizzard. You want to have 6 pieces on your head. You don't want to have 4. 4 is for like the more the Ner Yisrael type, maybe the Lakewood. Lakewood's kind of iffy, because they have the whole payas behind the ear thing, so I feel like they need the 6-piece when they do that. You got like the crocheted guys. The crocheted guys are kind of like, like I'm from Israel. I smoke a lot of pot. I live in the Moshav, that sort of thing. My brother's bringing me over a whole bunch. Here's a classic suede yarmulke. Suede is very important though. Suede over here means I'm modern Orthodox. I grew up religious. I know what I'm doing. Suede over here, I'm a BT. I went to Or Sameach for a couple months, and now I wear my yarmulke here. If you wear it all the way back here, you're like a Spartak politician. I don't know why. They like wear it, these Bukharian guys, they wear it all the way back here. I don't know. It's got like, they need like a whole like engineered system of bobby pins to hold it up. That's another thing. You can't wear bobby pins if you want to be in the yeshiva community. You can't. My brother just went on a whole rant about it, and maybe I'll call him over here. He went on a rant. There's a guy in the West Side Kollel who, like, he's a yeshivish guy, but he wears bobby pins. So my brother told me that the guy is actually, he has a modern hashkafa. He's a yeshivish guy, but he has a modern hashkafa. So I guess the yeshivish guy aspect is of the socially yeshivish. There's like socially yeshivish and there's actually yeshivish. Socially yeshivish is like you use words like yemailis and the chesroinus and dafka and the nafkamina and hava, shilas. You use words like that, but you go to movies. And if you have a yeshivish hashkafa, you use words like that, you back it up with the walk. You walk the walk and you talk the talk. It's kind of like social orthodoxy, I guess. There's so many different kinds of yarmulkes. I mean, classic, you got the white knit yarmulke. That's, in Israel it means something. This is for American audiences only, man. And in Israel, they're like, people like shoot each other over the yarmulkes, man. They're like, oh, you're wearing a white yarmulke and you support this and that. It's like a political statement. Here it's just like, whatever. We're not going to serve you as fast in the pizza store if you're wearing knit, or we're going to like, when you walk down the street, the little kids are going to look at you. It doesn't really mean anything, but it does. It's like one of those things, it does, but it doesn't. To some people, they're so open-minded that it doesn't mean anything. Unless you wear black velvet, then you're one of the closed-minded types. You know, you put on a suede, you go to shotgun, like, oh, I see you're open-minded. And I'm like, well, does that mean that everyone who doesn't wear suede is closed-minded? I mean, that's kind of, every time someone says, I should do a whole thing on open-mindedness. Oh, you're so open-minded. Like, you're dissing all your people then, you know? So basically, when I made the switch to this one day ago, my boss says, hey, I like the new headgear, implying, like, what the heck is wrong with you? Why you're wearing that? Those are for the conservative people who come into the Frum shuls who don't know what's going on. I said, Rabbi, it's so much more comfy. It's so light. I mean, how can you wear that big, thick rug on your head all day? He wears velvet. I'm like, what? It's like an oriental carpet on your head. You got the sun beating down. It's like, if you had solar panels on it and you were making alternative energy, fine. But this thing is just like, I should get a white one. The problem with white is, then you stick out too much. Then it's like, dude, what the heck is this guy doing? Black, it's like up close. Maybe they'll see it. Maybe they'll wonder, you know, whatever. But I remember when I made the transition from suede to velvet. I did it for a short period of time. I had short hair. I wasn't used to it. I used to have really long hair. Got this velvet on, and people were like, "Oh, I see you're doing so well, Eshy. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Like doing so well." I'm playing like before. You must have been off the derech when you wore your suede, but now you're wearing velvet. Oh, you can come to our house. We have a shidduch for you. Oh, the velvet's doing well. Like, oh, what would you like to eat, sir? You know, like a good service. Yeah, I'm getting job offers, shidduch offers. This is great. So I would suggest, though this is definitely my favorite, Lubavitch of Utah. My brother picked this up over there. Hooked it up, man. I'm down. I like, you know, I kind of wanted to do an experiment with the whole Yechi yarmulke thing, see what would happen if I'd walk around Muncie with that. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it. It's a little risque. You could also put things in your yarmulke. It used to be more popular in the 80s and the 90s. Baseball teams, smiley faces, watermelons. I had a smiley face. I had a watermelon. The watermelon was too small. Watermelon and smiley face automatically, you're like, go to a co-ed high school. That's what it denotes. Co-ed high school. You go to Frisch, you go to Flatbush, you go to Ramaz, you got the watermelon yarmulke, you're set, you got that whole... Yarmulkes are like racial profiling. It basically creates a caste system within Judaism. If someone deemed like universal yarmulkes, people would go nuts. I don't know how we would judge people. They'd be like, well, he's got payas, he's got a beard, he's got a shaved head. You know, how would we have things to talk about at the Shabbos table? That's the question.